Let's give it to my MMA.
If the UFC want, I'm ready to fight. Yeah. I've said that, no problem. If the UFC want me to slot into that co-main event, they should give me and help. What that is, me slotting into the co-main event is help boosting their brand over fighter rhetoric that they have, and there's no problem with that. But if they want me to push that, and I have no problem with pushing that, give me my rightful shares in the UFC company. That's what I
My friend, we're all there.
So let's see how it goes. I'm a little bit over that last level, what's happened, but I'm still prepared, ready to fight.
You're wonderful.
And I gave him credit for, so I've got to respect that. He's a formidable opponent. Wrestles bears since he's a kid. Has put a lot of time into his stand-up work, and he was a lot sharper than I anticipated it was going to be. So I've got to respect that. You know, it was his big moment. Yeah. It's easy to do this once, okay? It's very easy for someone to be given something and to do it just one time. That's like, you put your absolute all into it. But to do it time after time and year after year, that's when the motivation kind of dips. That's when the dedication kind of lacks. And that's when people creep up. And that's what I feel has happened here. You know, I didn't give him his respect. I marched forward, didn't give a shit. I got caught with that overhand. I would not get, if I switched on, I would not get caught with that overhand in any form of combat. So I'm very confident, very eager, very in shape, and let's keep it going.
He didn't want to stand with
almost dropping someone, because he almost dropped me. He didn't drop me. I got back up on my feet, threw shots, threw a knee, and then he shot. Imagine almost dropping someone with a picture-perfect shot, a picture-perfect punch, and then shooting for the legs.
That's a pussy shit,
done, and then you shoot for the legs, stand up. And when you beat a man convincingly, it's not really necessary to go back for a rematch, but when there's dispute, or when or if there's dispute, then there must be a rematch. There's been dispute in my last one. I slapped his brother and his cousin around on top of the cage. He tried to jump out the gun. This is not over, so there's dispute. There's got to be a rematch. That's what I want. Someone don't loud us well again. McGregor. That's how you say Conor in Irish. Crow. I love it. My daughter's name, my son's name, I named Conor McGregor Jr. after me to keep the lineage, keep the legacy going. And my daughter's name is Crea McGregor. God bless you, bro. Crea is from the heart, of the heart. Crea Oswelga means heart. So that is my heart, my little baby girl, my daughter. So I see them now. Tomorrow not tomorrow, the day after in Boston, I believe. So I'm very, very eager. I'm very excited to see them again. So, it's
Ali Abdelaziz, he's Kamaru's manager. And,
Ali?
He said about Masvidal's win over Till, he said, we think Jorge Masvidal deserves the next title shot, not Colby Covington. Colby's a terrible person and doesn't deserve it. Jorge just knocked out Till like that. He should be next. I disagree. And look, I know Colby is not popular, and maybe he's an asshole. He won the interim title.
Man. Tell him.
And I know he didn't take the fucking Woodley fight because he had something medical. Fair enough. He should have taken it, but he did. It was a medical reason. He didn't hold out for money. He didn't. He won the interim title.
I'm feeling it, man. Make it a song, man.
I mean, it has to be.
Come on, Ali. Wait, hold on. You ever see a come on, Ali? Yeah, it should be Colby. Yeah, like we got something going. You ever hear come on, Eileen?
You're not
gonna come on, Eileen. What is it's come on, Eileen? Is it come on, Eileen?
It's come on, Eileen. Yeah,
right?
Yes.
So let's fuck around with that. Ready?
No, let's do it after. Let's do it while we're walking.
Yeah, why don't you just address his point? I think you're right. I mean,
shit.
Well, also the Kamaru Colby fight is such an
much
easy
more
sell.
interesting.
Listen, I love Ali, but come on, dude, you're not a matchmaker.
He's just pissed off. The bottom line is this: you don't have to be a nice guy to get the fucking title that you've earned, the title shot, I should say, that you've earned by winning the interim belt. He fought RDA, beat him. That's the bottom line. There has to be some order to this. Listen. It can't just be random. It cannot just be a popularity contest. It cannot just be who has the last good win.
Listen.
Masvidal was amazing. Good for him. He knocked Darren Till out the way fucking Ngannou knocked out Alistair Overeem. It was a beautiful, beautiful knockout. Colby Covington, I'm not crazy about him, But the bottom line is he fucking deserves the title shot, and you can't make it a popularity contest when the guy was the interim champion. Then what's the use of having these interim belts? They should stop having these interim belts if they're not going to be honored. I think that he deserves the shot.
I feel that Ali and Usman just hate's a strong word. They dislike Colby so much. They just don't want to give him a payday, basically.
Yeah,
that's why he's saying,
him. Yeah.
and not for anything. Not that Jorge would be an easier fight. I think Jorge's a beast.
I think he's a better matchup for Usman.
Yes, because of the grappling aspect, where even if he gets out of that thing clean, he might lose on takedowns. So, where coming from the wrestling background, Colby's got a very good wrestling background. Whether he's a tool or not, the guy's a good fighter.
He's a really good fighter, and he's a smothering fighter. And he's a very, very aggressive guy. I think he absolutely deserves the next shot.
Did you say something to insult Chris, the producer?
No.
Why'd he leave?
He's getting me coffee.
You got so we kind of haven't been talking about them. I mean,
news?
Yeah, there's a lot of news. There's a lot of recently announced fights that we can get into if you feel like.
Okay.
To me, maybe if we just want to mention, I don't know if you guys saw. There's been a lot about Tony Ferguson over the last few days. He's got some personal issues going on.
How's he doing? Yeah.
Well, he posted a message, I think on Saturday or Sunday. He said, "Thank you all for the great support. I'm in great spirits. UFC and management are helping me find the help we need. I'm getting all of your messages.
Right.
Keep them coming. Thank you very much for the kind words. My family and team appreciates it. Lots of love, my social media fam. Keep the faith.
Sure.
Couldn't do this shit without you. Champ shit, batting cleanup."
And his wife, by the way, is saying that he's a great husband, a great father.
Yeah.
The restraining order is like part of, I guess, a technical thing. Maybe it's going to make him do something, or
Yeah, I
she's
think
trying to get him help.
Yes, I think I don't want to speculate, whatever, but I think it's more to get Tony whatever help he needs to get himself right, and then get back to the octagon eventually. So that's where that is.
Yeah, even Conor, they're all saying supportive stuff. He's having a rough time.
Yeah,
He thinks that something was implanted in his leg. You wonder what makes. And again, we had said before it could be schizophrenia. There's a million things it could be. But what makes you think something has been planted in your leg? Like when you convince yourself of that, there's definitely something going on.
Yeah, there's for sure. But stuff that is, I'm sure, treatable. You know what I mean? So he's just got to get help. So hopefully he will. But it seems like he's doing a little bit better now.
Yeah, I mean, life could be rough sometimes, man. You know what I mean? You just got to try to stay positive and keep positive people around you. And just fight negativity. Fight it. Fight it, fight it, fight it. So any way possible, Jimmy.
I am.
You're smiling.
I am.
You're in a good mood.
I am.
You look like you're even in a better mood than you were a couple minutes ago.
No reason.
All right. Jimmy.
Matt, let me ask you about this.
What do you want?
I was reading.
What do you want to know?
This was like
how to pass the guard?
Well, sure, yeah.
I trained this morning, passed several guards.
That's great.
Thank you. What were you going to ask?
I was going to ask you, what do you think about this? Diego Sanchez, who's never been submitted in his MMA career.
Yes, versus Demian Maia?
Yes. What do you think about that? I mean, that's not official, but they're talking to each other about that fight.
I heard rumblings.
Yes.
And that's what I want. This is what I want. I want to see those guys fight. I would love to see that fight, or I would love to see either one of them, Diego or Demian Maia, fight Ben Askren. Because I want to see these grappling exchanges. And I was so impressed with Diego versus Mickey Gall. And I know Mickey said he had a hard time with the weight cut, or he said something. I forgot what else he said.
His kidneys.
Yes, his kidneys and stuff. I feel for him, man.
Yeah.
Because he was looking much improved. That first round, I remember watching that first round going, oh, man, this is actually a great fight for Diego, for Mickey, because he's showing off his new stand-up, and he's doing it with the right guy because Diego's not exactly super dangerous standing, but Diego talk about fighting to your strengths, and he fought so smart. And when he got that one takedown, boy, did he just milk the hell out of it. He could never get him back off him, and the way he got the fight to the floor was beautiful. I never seen him do that trip before. It was just so awesome, and I was so happy. And I like Mickey a lot. But again, Mickey's a young kid who's going to have another day. He's going to beat a lot of ass. Right. But I was happy for the old school Diego. Him versus Demian Maia, that makes sense. It makes sense. Two, more mature fighters, who've been around. And it's a fight that people can get behind, man. I would love to see that fight. Wow. And who called for it first? Diego?
Demian Maia, I think, was being interviewed. He put it out there as somebody that he'd want to fight, and then Diego was like, "Yeah, I'm into it."
Man, I would love to see you. Diego Sanchez is very, very good on the floor.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, that's like an understatement. But even if you go back to his fight, one of my favorite fights is him versus Karo Parisian. And wow, that was a great fight. Just a fantastic fight of combination of like just because Karo used his judo very well in MMA. And they both had a very good gas tank, so it was just a whirlwind. And then Diego with those knees that come up knocked his tooth out of Caro's mouth, and it was just fucking awesome, man.
How much does it
Big
suck when
ups.
you're tired and you're fighting a guy who you know has a great gas tank?
That happened to me versus Karo Parisian, and fucking it sucks.